I wanted to post a short video to discuss a change of command that's currently occurring within the Crown Forces North America. Effective as of January 1st, 2024, I have assumed command of the Crown Forces North America in the capacity of Brigadier General. Some of you might be wondering, who is this guy and where did he come from? I started reenacting as a private soldier in the 41st Regiment of Foot Military Living History Group in 2002, with Longwood's 2003 being my first full event. During my time with the 41st Regiment, I became sergeant in 2006 and assumed command in 2008. After 8 years in that role, I was approached by Peter Twist and Craig Williams around the opportunity for joining staff as a lieutenant colonel and acting as second in command to Craig, who was going to become the brigadier general. It was a difficult decision for me to leave the 41st Regiment, but I felt that in the 41st, we had done the necessary work to have strong individuals in place who could assume my responsibilities. As I looked ahead to the possibility of a staff role, I felt that I could draw upon corporate experiences from my working life as a Canadian business leader, as well as my experiences as both the on-field commander and the chair of the corporate entity of the 41st Regiment. I feel a tremendous amount of gratitude to my mentors, Ray Hobbs, Steve Hartwick, and Peter Twist. I've been especially fortunate to have the mentorship, generous support, and the leadership of Craig Williams to steer me in learning and performing in a very complex role. If I have a regret, it is that the COVID years robbed Craig of opportunities to lead us on the field through that time. We should all express our appreciation to Craig for keeping us informed, in touch, and feeling a part of this reenacting community through shutdowns and gathering restrictions. We are fortunate to see such a strong and talented body of individuals that make up the staff of the Crown Forces, along with the support of so many wonderful units. I truly hope that people understand and recognize the amount of time voluntarily committed to these roles through the off-season, into the season, and at events. My further learning has been that it is a staggering amount of time invested into the betterment of our hobby. I'm now going to take a moment to highlight the organizational chart that reflects our staff structure. My deepest appreciation goes to Scott Ball for accepting the role of my aide-de-camp. We are extremely happy to have the continued support of Craig Williams in his new Royal Engineer capacity. Congratulations to Chris McKay for being promoted to Lieutenant Colonel and the role of my second in command. Congratulations to our majors, Colin Pinn and Matt Pandera, for their well-deserved promotions. Congratulations to Lieutenant James Nelson and Sergeant Joe Chason for their Royal Artillery appointments. We are blessed to have the support of Ewan Wardle, the wonderful Sergeant Major for the infantry. Thank you to Ryan Clark for all that you do to organize the infantry camp, and to Rick Peterson and Mark Pollard in the artillery camp. I do have to call out my good friend and our talented drum major, Ross Flowers. Not only does Ross lead one of the finest corps of drums that constantly does us proud, but he also gives our staff and Crown Forces at large tremendous guidance and insights from his training and experiences in his professional life. Looking ahead, what can you expect of me? My first priority will be to give our staff the support they need to continue to build their capabilities. The hardest part of working in the most senior role is stepping aside and allowing others the opportunity to develop and run the show. My second priority is to continue to work to support you all. Please do feel welcome to message, email, or call me. Please feel free to approach me at an event so that I can get to know you and your group and your needs better. Perhaps this comes from my corporate life, but I recognize the importance of networking, which is my next priority. For us, this comes in the form of building relationships with sites and their supporting staff and volunteers, building relationships with the command and units for the American forces, and building relationships with our naval, British, and European partners, as well as our merchants, communities, and other entities. I do have some goals. They are to honor the legacy of those outstanding individuals who have held the role before me, To continue to focus on safety and a universal drill standard for both our infantry and artillery units, I truly believe this has been working and have seen the positive impact of this in action many times. To continue to strive to refresh and re-energize our regular events and to find new exciting events and opportunities for our hobby. To work with our units on succession planning, it is time to build that next generation of NCOs, which will become the leaders and officers that will ensure the continuance and the health of the hobby for years to come. What goals should you have? Do not let our hobby age out and fade away. Everyone has a responsibility to be constantly recruiting. There are a couple of simple things that you can do. Talk to the public at events and encourage their interest. And do not be shy talking with friends and colleagues about what you do on weekends. Be prepared to contribute. So often it is the same people volunteering to do the extra work. It does not come up often, but when there is a call for help, please consider contributing. Stretch yourself. We can create opportunities for exceptional experiences, but for these to work and for us to continue to work to create them, we need you to attend and support these when you are able. A great starting point would be this year's Grand Tactical at Sackix Harbor. It will be a fantastic event, and we would love to see you there. I'm not quite sure how long my time will be in this role. It will not be of a long duration, as I'm quite conscious of my age and my best before date. I'm looking forward to serving you all in this capacity and then stepping aside with the wonderful confidence that highly capable, selfless individuals will be there to ensure the long-term health and continuance of our hobby. In closing, I really do mean what I say in my signature used in written documents. Truly, I remain your most humble and obedient servant.